what have you learned from customers about how they approach audits differently now that they're on a digital platform?
Thanks, Dan. I think that's a good question. I think it applies in a couple of different areas. As we've talked to customers over time, they get more and more comfortable with the application, understanding what data is available to them on an ongoing basis. The level of panic, if you will, has significantly dropped. The confidence that they have going into audits is a dramatic increase from where they started when they were on paper or in various Excel spreadsheets. Let's use actually this drain 3 as the example. So one of the things I can do is if I was at a customer's facility and we were on paper, and I got a presumed positive for Listeria back on my drain 3, and I asked you, go find me every other corrective action that's ever happened for drain 3 and what you did about it and when it was done and who took the sample that day and what day was it scheduled for, like all of that data. How do I trace all of that back? So for me, all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the name here. I'm going to go to test points. I'm going to, go to my search, type in drain 3. I click on drain 3. And from here, I see that first I have details, I have test results, corrective actions, and log. I can click on corrective actions. And this is the complete list of every corrective action that I've had for this test point. You can see here, I've got E. coli, Listeria, Salmonella. I've got a slew of different things that have happened. And for any one of these, I can come through and I can actually click on that corrective action and it brings me into that individual corrective action. So I'm looking at just that specific one. I see why was the corrective action launched, the day it was open, the floor plan, right? Some of the test point identifying information. I have the sample analysis that it was collected on. I'm going to open that in a new window. I come here and I can actually see, oh, this sample analysis was done on 5/2. It was part of my weekly Listeria swab. I see that I don't have an owner assigned, but if I slide down here to the audit trail, I can see that it was actually Leah who did the collection and had added the results. So I have a lot of information that's available to me in the application that when customers kind of get into they get into a rhythm of, I find something in paper and I have to go chase it back in this spreadsheet. I have to go look in this binder. I have to go, if it's greater than 3 months old, I can't find it in the always on audit book that I keep. I have to go back to the shelf and pull a specific, it gets to be a challenge. Whereas in the application, because we have these actionable fields, we're able to, with a couple of clicks, have one place that we go to find all of the information that we need, as long as we are accurately putting that information into the application. And then it's so much easier and less stressful to be able to pull that information out as I'm doing right now.